is Christian propaganda because I'm a Christian.
True.
But I'd like to say no. And I don't really bring religion into my videos hardly at all. I think I've mentioned it in like 2 videos in total.
You just
I have my own
did!
opinion, and generally, at the end of the day, I'm about...
Okay. If you truly believe that your religion, the God Almighty that you think is creator of heaven and earth, of all things seen and unseen, okay? Who created you, who has control over your life, who quote unquote loves you, right? That you think that loves you and can send you to hell at a moment's notice. If you believe all of that and you also believe that God is against people being gay, that is going to influence your content. That is absolutely going to influence your content. You cannot pretend that it won't. If you make content about gay people, that is, which you did. Okay, let's not forget who started this shit show. Okay, so you guys maybe remember a video called, what did I call it? I forget. Dubsy, put it up on the screen. I don't have time to go back and look for it. But it was by a guy named Remnant777, where he basically went over the scientific basis of what homosexuality is. And I was a little bit drunk that night and decided, hey, this will be fun to go over and pick apart. So I did. And I offered Remnant777 to come onto my stream and have a little bit of a conversation about what was going through his mind when he made that video. Because I feel like, and I stand by this, he was very obsessed with homosexuality and gay people. It was bizarre to me. Like, he really did his homework, okay? So I want to go over his response video that he just made. That's me right there. And I am wearing a MAGA hat. I had some comments about it. I promise you I'm not MAGA. It was just a joke because that was the day that Trump got Rule 34'd. So anyway, we're going to get started because I have a thing soon.
Disgusting. How disgusting. What a freedom. Freedom. Get out of my country. Get out of my country. Are you in the United States? Because if you are, get out. You hate freedom.
True.
You despise
This guy's
freedom,
cooking.
my friend. You. Let's say you're not transphobic. You still hate freedom. Off. Dumb it. You dip. How does he actually... Okay, is he actually homophobic? The person
He got all the good shit in there. Nice.
who linked this to me said,
Just the other day, I got flat out insulted, attacked, and worst of all,
Oh
slandered by
no! I'm so sorry. Listen, I'm sorry, man. You know what? I'm so sorry. Is that good? Good apology? Okay.
Alec Gunter, who according to himself is just
Sup?
another leftist variety content creator. Now I really don't mind insults. You won't last long on YouTube if you take
Yeah,
them
it's
to
Discount Armored Skeptic.
heart. However, I will not abide by slander and horrific mischaracterization of me or my videos, especially on the levels that were done in this video about me. And for the sake of not stooping to his level, I will do my best to not personally attack him, but instead call out his behavior and his actions.
I'll personally
Firstly,
attack
I
you,
want to
man.
address the
Listen, you had your chance, all right? If you had come on like a man and actually talked to me, I would not have I would not be personally attacking you right now. But instead, you had to pussy out of it and go make a response video. Sorry, you've lost my respect, friend.
horrific mischaracterizations made against me.
dude, why do you want to know so bad? You know, like, what am I to do with this information? Like, are we solving cancer? Like, are we, like, keeping kids from getting cleft palate or something? Like, what's really the end game here? Oh, it's to keep people from being gay. You know, like, it doesn't make any sense except they just hate gay people. That's it. That's all it is. They don't like gay people or trans people because...
True!
It is actually insane to me that the first thing that would come to your mind is that the video in itself, or my own personal goal of the video, is to biologically prevent gay people from being born. And he also really tries to leave people walking away with the impression that I'm only interested in these things.
Wait. I never said biologically prevent gay people from being born. I never said that, even though I do think if you could do that, you probably would. What you said was, specifically if I remember, people who want to convert from being gay should be allowed to do it. But like I said in the video, when I compared it to just having a preference for pizza, that would be like wanting to convert, not even just like, that would be like wanting to convert your desire for pizza into like a desire for hamburgers, which the only reason you would do that is if like if there's like some outside force that would make it more convenient for you to like hamburgers over pizza. Now, what's the outside force that makes it more convenient to be straight than gay? It's homophobia. So the only reason you would want to convert is because of homophobia, man. All right? I'm sorry, it's bad faith.
It's because of how much I hate gay people and I want to remove them. What the hell? And he constantly mentions how I do tons of research. Now,
and I'm not drunk this time, but I'm working on it.
It's something he builds up throughout the video. He says it himself multiple times. But the horrible thing is he tries to take this positive quality that I'm trying to be informed for the sake of my viewers. If I'm going to make a video on a subject, I really need to research these things to the best of my ability to minimize errors I make.
What causes homophobia? A variety of genetic and environmental factors. It'd be like asking what causes people to like pizza, you know? It's like, okay, like what causes people to like junk food, you know? Like, it's an interesting question, I guess, and it can help us in some ways, but the fixation on it only exists because of homophobia.
Tries to frame it
Like
as
the fixation on the question of like what causes homosexuality.
obsession. He puts it even in the title. This guy is obsessed with gay people.
Yeah, and
that
most
it stems
ex-gays-
from my pure
True.
evil hatred for
Most
gay
ex-gays
people.
are
Holy
still gay,
shit,
yeah.
This is actually something really serious. He is really just flat out making up lies based on nothing. Take a look at this video footage.
I didn't
Why
do
do you
that.
Who cares? Dude, why do you want to know so bad? What, are you going to date him? Why do you know this? My man has studied the gay inside and out. He's a like an
Damn, look at me cook, man. That was one of my favorite videos in a while. I'm glad that he pulled out these clips.
O'Hara library of like information on what it means to be gay and where it comes from. Oh my God, this guy's such a nerd. My man knows entirely too much
True.
about homosexuality in the animal kingdom, man. But at the same time, it's like, why do you care? Why do you
I'm
care?
blushing,
Where are we
man.
going
This
with
is great.
What are we to draw from this? Why did you like spend hours upon hours, apparently, digging around for this info? What are you doing with it? The only reason we're asking this question specifically about being gay is because some of us hate gay people. Not me, but some of us do, okay? That's the only reason you ask it about being gay. You're breaking it down to such an extent that it's unhealthy. Like, nobody should care.
I know, he's playing he's playing like boss music over it. Like he's like my health bar's about to show up and I'm gonna go into my second phase.
Hey, nobody.
This is
the only
phase
reason you care
2,
is
baby!
You don't like gay people or you want to like cure gay people or something. It's really weird.
This is extremely manipulative and lazy because at the end of the day, I don't
Okay, it was
believe he really
lazy.
knows much about these
I will give him one thing. My React content is lazy as fuck, okay? Anybody could do what I do.
subjects. The reason why I say lazy is because I don't
They
believe
just
he
don't.
has rebuttals against the things I say. He seems to be impressed by basic knowledge on these matters. I mean, anybody who actually takes the subject matter seriously should at least understand this viewpoint, even if they don't agree with it. But from what I can see, this is probably his first time being exposed to this information. And because he has no rebuttals against
What?
it, it's easy to take that strength being, I actually know what I'm talking about, and try and turn it into a vice, into something
Bros RN, opposite of lazy. Listen, I would not be an RN if like my mom had not pushed me pretty hard into it. Like I'm pretty lazy by nature.
evil. I'm no longer informed. I'm obsessed and I hate gay people and I'm evil. That is what
I'll be
he's
honest.
trying to do here. And it's horrible. It's absolutely disgusting. It's vile. Now,
Oh,
Alec, if
no.
you're watching this, if you're streaming this right now,
I
please
am!
Do not interrupt or speak over this segment, what I'm about to say, for just like a minute.
Okay, I
It is
won't.
important.
Promise.
You cannot
Promise,
get
bro.
sidetracked. There are multiple times in the
Promise.
video you posted that you flat out just lost track of what I was trying to
Wait, I noticed that he changed his text. Remember the abhorrent text that he had? He changed it. Good job, bud.
say.
Looks
Hold
much
on,
better.
Let me replay that. Hold on. What did he say? I'm sorry. I'm missing a lot of this. Hold on. What did you just
More
say?
music.
So for this minute,
I'm going back because dude, this is literally live. What? I'm sorry that I don't pre-record my shit. I wanted to hear what you had to say. Okay. I have ADHD. So whenever, and this is not an excuse, this is an explanation. Whenever I don't hear something that somebody said, I say, excuse me, I missed what you said. Can you go back and explain it again? And I don't do that because I hate you. I don't do that because I'm purposefully not paying attention. I'm doing that because I care about what you have to say. Okay, so this is a bullshit complaint, my friend, and also ableist.
just try, pay attention, don't get sidetracked, and don't distract your audience. Please.
See?
I
Ableist.
absolutely do not
I'm
hate gay
ADHD.
people,
Fuck
or trans
you.
people or furries at all. I don't hate them. Otherwise, I couldn't be nice to them. I couldn't be friends with them. I couldn't.
That's not true at all. You can have hatred toward people and still be nice to them. Okay, I was nice to Matt Walsh even though I hate the shit out of that guy. All right? I was nice to him for all of 2 seconds before I splattered his ass all over the floor. Rhetorically. So you can be nice to people that you hate. This is such a baseline level of understanding of what entails hatred. Did you already pause him? Tone policing? Yeah, true. I'm pausing him a lot. I'll have to remember what he said and not add my commentary or something, I guess.
be supportive and try and help them. However, I am a Christian, which means I don't condone their lifestyles. But
Then fuck you. Your religion sucks, man. Your religion is bullshit, my friend, and you hate freedom, and I stand by that.
don't hate them for
Your
it.
religion
I'm not
hates
trying
freedom.
to control them. I'm not trying to force them into a specific lifestyle. Not at all. And the videos were not designed
It's specifically his brand of Christianity, okay? You can be a Christian and not hate gay people.
to be that way at all. And if anything, when it comes to learning about different groups, peoples, just nations in general, it allows me to garnish sympathy and empathy for them, regardless of
Garnish?
what we're talking about.
Garnish, like the little green stuff you put on your Olive Garden. Is that That you just said? Garnish? Making sure.
Though it does not mean, again, I support their lifestyles or their choices. In general, I try not to control people's lives. I find it
telling you, he
personally
fixed
very
his text 'cause of
distasteful if
me.
you have a person in just any domain of life. They're trying to control you, tell you what to do. I'm not in favor of that. And if you actually care about the people in general, you're not going to do that to them either. If you actually care about the person, you establish a relationship, you actually listen to them, you
Wait, did he accuse me of skipping through the video? I'm autistic and I've been told by my assisting teacher how classmates are waiting for me to ask the teacher to repeat again. Yeah, like if you're not sure, just ask somebody to repeat themselves or rewind the video. It's not a big deal.
want what is best for them, and you hear them out. And if they bring up this topic or they ask for my opinion, then I will tell them what I think. And I do so politely. And at the end of the day, I will do my
I'll politely tell you that I don't like gay people. Nice.
best to help you.
And you can say you don't, you can say, oh, it's not that I don't like them. It's just that I feel like they're sinning and deserve to go to hell, right? Oh, that's much better, my friend. Very good.
Do what is best, in my opinion, in any way I can. And again, I don't force it upon anyone. Just in general. I mean, go back and watch a couple of my videos, especially the one
I just
made
think God
a while
will
ago
enforce it
about
upon you.
intellectuals. That whole video summed up is, intellectuals don't practice what they preach. And if you actually want to help people, persuade them, change their minds, it should be reflected in your lifestyle, rather than simply
Is Destiny considered an intellectual? I don't even think he'd consider himself an intellectual. But the fact that this guy thinks that he is, you know, it says a lot. I mean, he's using it pejoratively, so I don't know. Interesting that he doesn't like Jordan Peterson, though. I can get on board with that.
simply your words. And at the end of the day, when you lead a good lifestyle, and people can actually see that things are changing in your life because of your actions, what you're doing, they naturally come up to you for your opinion, for your help. So no, of course not. I don't
Like
hate
what happened
these
to me.
people, and I'm not trying to force anything down them. That's why I said in the video that
Yes, you
when
are.
it comes to things like even conversion therapy, no, of course not. I'm not in favor of forcing anyone to do it. And yeah, this leads into another horrific
Yeah, you're just in favor of it existing. Why do you want it to exist? Okay? The only reason people don't want to be gay anymore is because of people like you, man. Because you tell them that they're sinning and going to hell for it. All right? Like I said with the pizza analogy, which ended up being better than I even thought of at first, okay? The only reason that you would not want to prefer pizza over hamburgers is if there were outside factors. Like, all things being equal, nobody would give a shit whether you prefer pizza or hamburgers. Because, like, assuming they're, like, all available in equal quantities at equal prices, whatever. But the minute that hamburgers decrease in price, I'm going to want to prefer hamburgers. The minute that hamburgers are cleaner, right, than pizza, or, you know, healthier than pizza, right, I'm going to want to prefer hamburgers. Even if I prefer pizza. But all things being equal, it doesn't matter which one you prefer. And there would be no reason beyond those outside factors to want to switch that. So the same thing goes for being gay versus being straight. The only reason you would want to switch that is outside factors, like you want your own biological children, which we fixed. Or you want to be, you know, you want to be able to get married, which we fixed. Or there are Christian people in your family who don't think that it's okay for you to be gay, which you can fix.
mischaracterization made by him.
Okay, why do you give a Who cares? Why would
He's
you do
spitting,
this?
man.
Okay, like
This
if
guy's
somebody wants
spitting.
to do it, sure, for whatever reason, fine. But like, why force people into this? You still have not answered that question. Get out of my country. Get out of my country. Are you in the United States? Because if you are, get out. You hate freedom.
I
You
cooked so hard,
despise
man.
freedom, my friend. Fuck you.
He had to play
Of
it
course,
twice.
this
It was
is the
so
same guy
nice.
who stomped on the American flag, saying that
Oh no, this is such an old video. This is freedom of speech, brother.
he stepped on a true American.
really did
freedom
his
right there.
research.
But don't worry, I'm sure one of us is going to leave very soon.
That was a
given
pretty
the
funny
election.
one.
And it most likely isn't going to be me, my friend.
I would say update your passports, you know, the same things that other leftists
Damn, I just uploaded this one. He just finished this video.
have been saying for a while now.
But going back to what he said, this one is
What did that what did that have to do with the video? I don't get it. He just sprinkled that in to make sure that people really hated me.
particularly annoying to me because I said it flat out in the video. Let's look at the video real quick. Now, don't take this out of context.
Hello,
I'm not
Dermot.
saying we should force anyone to do this.
You've been here a minute.
I'm not in favor of forcing people to live out certain lifestyles.
Most of his thumbnails look AI generated. I don't know whether or not he uses AI generated imagery, and I'm not going to accuse him of that, at least not yet. I guess this one could be. We don't have a whole lot of time, but let me do this real quick. They could be like he just made this one. I guess it's possible. I think that he put me. Yeah, because I'm wearing the dad hat. Look, that's supposed to be me wearing the dad hat. So, and the headphones. So he did take a picture of me, plop it into an AI generator and said, "Hey, make this for me." I think you're right. He literally took a picture of me, put it in the AI generator and said, "Hey, change it. Just copy my homework, but not too much. Copy Alec Gunter's homework, but not too much." All right, change it just enough. That's funny.
People
Good job,
can
man.
change. Yeah, but I'm not in favor of forcing people to change. And that's why I said it. If you just believed the things I said about myself, what I support and what I don't support, you would know that what you said is blatantly wrong. I can't tell if you just think I'm a horrible, evil, manipulative liar that is out just
Lair. I don't think you're a lair. I don't know if you're a liar. I think you probably believe the bullshit that you spew, though. Manipulative. I don't think you're smart enough to be manipulative.
to deceive everybody like Satan himself, or if you just don't pay attention. I personally don't think that you're a horrible person and you're trying to mislead your entire audience against me. The more likely of the two, which happened over and over in the video, is
I don't think that you think you're a horrible person, but I think that your beliefs make you horrible by default. Because you said it yourself. You don't agree with the lifestyle, quote unquote, of gay people, okay? And I'm sorry, but their lifestyle doesn't concern you. Once you start concerning yourself with other people's, quote unquote, lifestyles, and whether or not you agree with them or whether or not it's sending them to hell or whatever, yeah, you kind of suck. You kind of suck, man. That's called kind of sucking. Bro, once you bad. No. I doubt that.
I think you just weren't paying attention to the things I was saying. Now, don't take this
His
out of
taste
context.
isn't good
I'm not
enough.
saying
But like, what positive effects? That's another. Yeah, trust us on that.
we should force anyone to do this. But for those, I think everybody can learn from this.
Oh, God forbid I cut him off.
That being, you
Ever.
have 2 ears and 1 mouth. This means you should listen more and most definitely insult much less.
Never heard
now
that
we're gonna
one.
get to the part of the video where I address his objections, and the 2 notable ones throughout the entire video. I know it's kind of sad. Throughout this 42-minute long video, he only said 2 notable things.
42, dude, that's nothing. I've uploaded like 2-hour videos. And this is 32 minutes long. What are you talking about? Why is this 10 minutes less? Why is that a bad thing anyway?
Everything else was literally just insults and slander against me. But hey, I'm willing to admit when
It
I
was
make
funny.
obvious hiccups. The study I mentioned at the end of the video,
I had
it
a
was
fun time
biased
with
and
that
it was
one.
untrustworthy. Though at the end of the day, I don't think
I'm
it's
having
that
fun with
big of
this
a
one,
deal
too.
if you
It's very
actually paid
fun.
attention to the things I said in the video. Again, I'm not in favor of forcing anyone to do
You had
this.
to
And
zoom
if
in
you
on
look at
that.
a lot of the studies talking about conversion therapy, even the one that Alec brought up in the video, conversion therapy or just therapy in general, it's not going to work if you force people to do it. Look at the study he brought up. It was a survey done of trans
Yeah, and guess what is usually done with conversion therapy? People are forced into it.
kids, ages 11 to 14, and it showed how harmful it was. It was actually really harmful. But the
Yes.
problem is, what 11 to 14-year-old kids are going to say, hey mom, hey dad, let's go to conversion therapy? If you
The ones that are told they're going to hell if they're gay. Those ones. Yeah. The ones that would like commit suicide as an alternative to being gay because they'd rather be dead than live a life as a gay person because of people like you. Those are the kinds of kids that would go to conversion therapy voluntarily.
You also ask me, it seems like there's a lot of problems in their family in general, so much that their kids ran away and increased the risk of certain behaviors. Though many interpretations of this data can
Yeah.
be made on why kids 11 to 14, who also just so happen to be trans, would be so high when it comes to these certain behaviors. I think there's a lot to be said, but not things I can say on YouTube.
Hold on.
However, though as stated previously,
I'm committing a cardinal sin here in his eyes. I have to go back. One sec. Sorry that I missed what you said just now because of my ADHD, and I'm trying to understand what you're saying. And so I'm going to rewind. I know that you don't like that, but allow me this once to just this once to do that so that I can understand what you
like
just
there's
said.
a lot of problems in their
missed it.
family in general.
Not your
So much
fault,
that their
I just
kids
missed it.
ran away and increased the risk of certain behaviors. Though many interpretations of this data can be made on why kids 11 to 14, who also just so happen to be trans, would be so high when it comes
The main interpretation that people come to with these thank you so much. The main interpretation that people have of these results is that the suicidality goes up as a result of bullying and violence against them. Okay? I feel like that makes a lot of sense. Kids who are bullied are more likely to off themselves. That's just a natural consequence of bullying children. And I should add, gay and trans people are bullied way more often. Both by their immediate family and by their peers.
I think there's a lot to be said, but not things I can say on YouTube. However, though as stated previously, the study wouldn't go against the things I said because it's forced. Real quick, let's pause for a second. Let's just look at therapy and if you know anything about therapy. When it comes to therapy, you can't really help people or change people that don't want to be changed. And in fact, it only increases the likelihood of harm or negative effects. Why do you think I said I'm not in favor of forcing people to do these things? I'm not in favor of anyone being forced to go.
Yeah, you're in favor of them going to hell, right? Let's be real. You want them to go to hell. And if you don't want them to go to hell, you at least believe that they do, that God sends them there, and you love God, okay? So by default, you want them to go to hell. It always waters back to that, okay? Always.
go to any sort of therapy at all. I hope Alec at least hears me this time instead of just over-talking
Okay,
my
I'm
points,
hearing you.
or just ignoring the things I say.
I
this
see
guy
you,
just
I hear
made
you.
it up. He just made up the fact that like the fake fact that like gay people want to convert to being straight. That's not a thing.
I never
It's
quote-unquote
not.
said
I just
gay people
explained
want
why.
to change. Why do you think if we forced all gay people, for example, to go to conversion therapy, the amount of people that would actually change would be incredibly low? Why? Well,
It would be 0. By all measures, it would be 0.
you said it yourself. They generally don't want to change. I never said that gay people want to change. But there are obviously people, I've met these people, I've talked to these people, that would like to change. And it's not because they're family or the people
Bring one on. I'd love to speak to them. You're in my DMs. Bring one on.
around them are pressuring them into it. They don't believe that it's pleasing to God, so they want to change it. Just like there are other desires pretty much everybody has that are not healthy. Like I'm a guy who wants to have sex with a lot of women. Does that make it good? Absolutely
You want
not.
to.
Doesn't mean that I should.
How's that working
or
out?
I want to entertain that lifestyle. The purpose of the video wasn't to say, hey, look at you, you freak. Here's why you are the way you are, and here's why you should change. No, this is just another blatant mischaracterization of my words or what I meant. And it's really annoying because with this one, you could have just paid more attention and you would have seen.
But what brought you to this video in the first place? That's my question that you have not answered as of yet. What made you make this video? Because as far as I can tell, what made you make this video is that for some reason you think that gay people should change, okay? And that's probably driven by your religion, which you said means that you don't agree with their lifestyle, okay? So there's a disconnect here somewhere, man. There's a lot of cognitive dissonance.
That what you were saying was blatantly false. And
Well, I don't like gay. I mean, I like gay people, but I don't agree with their lifestyle. But I don't hate them, bro. I swear, bro. Okay.
another thing that's worse.
So wait, what is he? Oh wait, is he doing the?
It's
on.
really annoying because with this one, you could have just paid more attention and you would have seen that.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to this. He's doing the what is it called? The physiognomy. I don't think that I look anything like this guy. Even if I shaved, I think this guy actually has a more square jaw than I do.
You're saying was blatantly false. And another thing that's worth diving into is that he called well agreed upon science that hardly nobody disputes as pseudoscience.
Hardly
He
nobody.
obviously isn't well read up on these things.
If you want, okay, so if you're like a first time
Mewing? Wait, what's mewing? I think I've heard of that before, but I don't know what it is.
I'm like, I'm just curious, Andy, right? How much testosterone a fetus has? Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's reasonable to me, right? I just want to know for science's sake. Who knows? Maybe all fetuses have like 10,000 testosterone prenatal, right?
What? It's a hypothetical, dude. Like, if you don't measure it, you'll never know. So yeah, I stand by that. If you never measure a prenatal fetus, like if you never measure testosterone prenatally, then you'll never know what it is. So yeah, maybe it could be 10,000. You wouldn't know because you've never measured it. It's supposed to strengthen your jaw and jawline, but it doesn't really work. Oh, that. Okay, it's like chewing shit, right? Like, no, that's really bad for your jaw. Please don't do that. Oh man, he got the anime
This
react.
has to
See,
be
he
the
got me.
funniest clip in the entire video. When you really understand the science behind it, I cannot stop laughing whenever I see
Okay.
this. He says 10,000 testosterone. He's obviously
Over
throwing around
9,000.
numbers he has no understanding of. To give you an idea.
What? No. When I got my testosterone checked, I was at... What? This is a hypothetical, man. What are you're zeroing in on this of all things? When I got my testosterone checked the first time around, I was at 299, okay? That's 1 point lower than the average. I understand that. It's 300 to 1,000 is about the average. Just about, okay? I am now, at least as of like a year ago when I got tested last, well over 1,000 thanks to testosterone injection therapy, all right? I stopped doing the therapy a while ago, like 2 years ago. A year ago, I got measured. I'm over 1,000. It got my balls going again or something. I don't know. But for some reason, I'm over 1,000 now. So I have probably higher testosterone than you if I had to guess. Just throwing that out there. But I understand the numbers and how ridiculous that number was. You don't understand that I understood that, okay? So stupid.
Women have maybe around
Hyperbole,
50
thank you. That's the
testosterone.
word I was looking
maybe
for.
70. I, as a guy, I have 688 last
Oh, he
time I
does
got
know.
tested. But 10,000
See, it is higher.
testosterone,
Mine's
that's
higher.
a fucking bodybuilder right there. 10,000 testosterone is literally a competitive body.
It's literally hyperbole. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so funny. Man doesn't know what a hyperbole is.
Builder on high amounts of steroids. Also, babies don't even use deciliters. They use milliliters. A baby at 10,000 fucking testosterone is going to explode inside of the womb. What types of babies is he looking at? I can't get my mind off this. This is no longer
Neither
an
can I
attack,
now.
someone trying to destroy my character. It's just comedy at this point. Not only does he not understand how gay people work, he just doesn't understand how anything works.
Unlike you, the gay people understand her.
Why do you know this? My man has studied the gay inside and out.
Later in the
He
video.
is
Dude, I don't care why gay people work. Just let him be gay. What the are you talking about? I'm a little bit gay. Try being a little bit gay sometimes. Maybe you'll like it. You don't know until you try it. I'm just saying.
Many studies
You ever tried dick? How do you know you don't like it?
Exposure in the womb. From what
Really?
I've seen. The issue we have.
Holy shit. My dude has done his research. Holy shit. How does he actually... Okay, is he actually homophobic?
Yeah.
God, this guy's such a nerd.
From my personal research.
Okay. Granted, that's pretty interesting. If true. Big if true.
What do you mean if true? Do you know if it's true or not? Is this your first time hearing these things? You're critiquing me.
Yeah. Yeah, because I haven't looked into this like you have. You're a nerd, dude. I stand by that.
On my video, the things I say, despite not knowing anything about these things. I guess when you debate these things, you don't really actually have to understand them.
Oh shit! That's the debate! How did he find it? Wait, wait. Hold on. That's the guy who looks like Neocortex. I've talked about him before. What's his name? If anybody knows his name, I'm putting out a bounty of $0. That's the Neocortex looking guy. I talk about my debate with him in Papa Fascist and how I flubbed it. That's so funny.
But if you're going to dispute the things I say when it comes to the science,
He had to have watched so many of my
I don't
videos.
mind that, but you better at least know what you're talking about. And it seems that you have a following that really agrees with the things you say. So
Wings
this
of
is pretty
Redemption?
damaging.
Okay, cool. So Wings of Redemption is the guy who looks like Neocortex. Thank you.
If you're going to say that certain things are not true, or if they're pseudoscience, then at least know what you're talking about, rather than simply briefly
The bad guy in
mentioning
Crash
epigenetics.
Bandicoot, for those
The
who don't
environment
know.
in which you grow...
Sorry, I wasn't
But if you're
listening.
going to dispute the
I'm
things
committing the sin again. I have to go back because I wasn't listening.
Say when it comes to the science, when it comes to what we know, I don't mind that, but you better at least know what you're talking about. And it seems that you have a following that really agrees with the things you say. So this is
True.
pretty damaging if you're going to say that certain things.
Actually, my following had a big problem when I put out my take on putting your cart back at the grocery store, because I was very fervent that you should put your cart back. And people were like, well, actually, there are situations where you can put your cart back. And I'm like, those are very few and far between as compared to how many carts are actually out of the grocery store, okay? So I've had internal and also I've been talking a lot about the internal conflict in my community as far as the anti-theism goes. Also, I just want to point out, please get rid of these white pixels, man. I know I talked about this last time, but you've got to work on it a little bit more. Get rid of the white pixels. It's ugly.
Things are not true, or if they're pseudoscience, then at least know what you're talking about, rather than simply briefly mentioning epigenetics.
The environment in which you grow up and spend your time has an enormous
RN,
impact
man.
on how you act and what you...
I know a
and
little
even
bit
what you
about
look like,
genetics.
really, and how your body functions. Like, it has an impact on all of that. It's called epigenetics. There's an entire field of study around it. Epigenetics, it's beautiful, okay? I find it incredibly interesting, personally. But, like, these dumb just think that, like, oh, you're just, like, born with certain juices in your body, and then that's it.
1 minute later.
Is homosexuality entirely biological?
That's fair. I think that this is his first fair point, I think. I did flub that a little bit. That's
I
fine.
would argue it is not. Our biology plays a large role, but it is not the only thing.
Hold on, what did he say?
He briefly mentions epigenetics and then acts as if he achieved anything or really knows anything about homosexuality. If you did, you would have mentioned it in the video, and you would have gone into more detail. And thirdly, I looked into this briefly myself, and guess what I found? I didn't really find much of anything. The problem is, when you look into epigenetics relating to homosexuality, not a lot of information covers it, and the majority of articles, for example, that talk about the link between
But why are you looking in the first place? Can't you just be like, okay, some people are gay, that's fine. Like, just some people are gay, and that's fine. Like, there's no reason. There's no reason, man. Like, this is my problem. The only reason you would study this shit to the extent that you do is if for some reason you don't like gay people, which you've already admitted there's a reason that you don't like gay people, okay? Because of your stupid God. That's why.
homosexuality.
Tell your
and
God to suck my
epigenetics says
dick.
Epigenetics is a new way of looking at these things, and it might explain why people are gay one day. That's generally how the articles go. And what's funny is when you actually find an article that talks about the link between epigenetics and homosexuality, what we know, it just circles back around to prenatal testosterone exposure in the womb. It talks about how hormones can be an environmental factor inside of the womb that can affect your genes and causes you to become gay. Gee whiz, where did we learn that from? Oh wait, we did in my video already. We achieved nothing by this. You disputed the things I said, with epigenetics, despite not knowing anything about epigenetics and its link to homosexuality. Maybe you know something about epigenetics, but you certainly don't know anything about it concerning homosexuality. That much is
I just don't give a shit, man. I don't care. Like, yeah, I'm more interested in like how it affects depression in people, okay? Or anxiety, or how it can affect certain features of how you look, like things that might be off-putting to some people, like you know, abnormalities that might cause one to have like body concerns. You know what I mean? I'm concerned with it in as far as we can help people with it. But there's no helping homosexuality. There's no helping it. It just is. And it's okay that it just is. It's like being right-handed versus left-handed. Another thing which the Christians hated, by the way, just so you know. But so, for some reason, they're fine with it now.
You shouldn't be disputing me with the very material that supports what I'm saying.
Yeah, competitive hater of the gays.
Understood the things you were talking about.
My man's in the gay-hating Olympics. When you're in a gay-hating competition and your opponent is Remnant 777.
Had an argument to be made against me, you wouldn't be calling me a nerd or acting shocked with any of the information I say in the video. Because if you watched literally any other YouTube video on the matter when it comes to homosexuality, commonly made by people who are gay themselves, they say pretty much the exact
They're still wrong.
same things as I do. And when it comes
Being gay doesn't make you right about these things. Not intrinsically.
to the science, if you're afraid of it being some sort of Christian propaganda, just know that these sources, whether that be videos, whether that be articles, all the rest, it's generally left-wing because people who are on the left are the only people who really look into these things or try to understand.
The brains of gay people represent the brains of straight people of the opposite sex in some capacities due to the fact that being gay is treated as being more feminine. You're treated as more feminine from an outside perspective, okay? Because liking men is treated as a feminine thing, okay? So when you're treated as more feminine, you are more likely to be more feminine. Okay, that's epigenetics, that's you know, environmental influence, whatever you want to call it, all right? That's how that works. Any respected queer academic would disagree with everything this guy says. I know, right? Like, he thinks he's the bee's knees. He thinks he's got the giga chat, or it's not the giga chat, the giga brain. Let's pretend it's a choice. Why would it be bad to make that choice? Yeah, I agree.
Them. I also find that to be a problem with my own
Good point.
side.
Good question.
I'm right-wing, so I think it's kind of important.
But to be fair, he's not saying it's a choice. I don't think he said that. So let's be fair here, because he's, you know, a little touchy, right? So let's be fair. He's never said that being gay is a choice. He just said he doesn't agree with the lifestyle, right? So like, I guess the problem that I have with his rhetoric is not that he thinks it's a choice. It's that he, you know, thinks that you can like fix it, quote unquote.
People in general, especially on my own side, to understand, hey, why are people gay? Wait a minute, is that gay person obsessed with homosexuality? Does he hate gay people?
He very well might. He might have internalized homosexuality. That's a concept.
What the hell is wrong with him? What a fucking nerd.
I agree.
They're all...
Here, who is that guy? Who is he? Professor Pride?
Does he hate gay people? What the hell is wrong with him?
I doubt that Professor Pride hates gay people, but he is gay himself, and so he has a lot of reasons to like, which, by the way, explaining the scientific way that you become gay does not like justify or like, it has no bearing on like why you should or should not be gay. The question is moral. If you think it's immoral to be gay, then that's why you would have a problem with it. But it's not immoral because being gay just implies that you're having sex with or being in a relationship with the somebody of the same sex as you. There's nothing wrong with that. So even if he is scientifically explaining this, I still don't care. He probably is obsessed with it. Yeah, probably. If he's explaining this like scientifically, yeah. But I would argue also the place that he's coming from is trying to get other people to accept him for being gay, you know? And in that sense, I can support that goal. Where you're coming from is to stop people from being gay. And you can pretend all you want, man, but you're the one who brought up conversion therapy, all right? And leaving it open as a choice for people to go to for some reason. The same way that somebody might go to pizza deconversion therapy, right? Sure.
What a fucking nerd. They're all leftists too. I can't believe there's all these gay leftist people who are so extremely homophobic for asking the gay question, why gay people exist. What the hell? What about this guy who...
Yeah, because they themselves are gay and trans, and like, or they're defending gay and trans people. I think that they're doing it the incorrect way, but you know, some people only listen to science. So if you can explain to somebody scientifically that being gay is like natural or fine or what have you, then maybe that'll like stop them from doing the hateful shit that they're doing.
Who made a video on why people are gay. I don't know, he doesn't say he's gay, but he's got a really weird mustache. He's gotta be gay. I tell you.
By the way, I never told this guy, I never said that this guy was gay. I just said that he's obsessed with it.
This is a real problem with our society today, with all this internalized homophobia. All these people who are gay making videos on why people are homosexuals. Internalized homophobia is at an all-time high. Absolutely nuts to me.
But the reason that they're answering the question, I already explained this.
I can't comprehend why anybody would want to know these things. I mean, if I was gay, I certainly wouldn't give a shit on why I was gay. I would just be loud and proud. There's also one last thing I'd like to mention. There might be some people watching this video and just think, oh, this is Christian propaganda because I'm a Christian.
True.
But I'd like to say no. And I don't really bring religion into my videos hardly at all. I think I've mentioned it in like 2 videos in total.
You just did!
And generally, at the end of the day, I'm about
Okay. If you truly believe that your religion, the God Almighty that you think is creator of heaven and earth, of all things seen and unseen, okay? Who created you, who has control over your life, who quote unquote loves you, right? That you think that loves you and can send you to hell at a moment's notice. If you believe all of that and you also believe that God is against people being gay, that is going to influence your content. That is absolutely going to influence your content. You cannot pretend that it won't. If you make content about gay people, that is, which you did. Okay, let's not forget who started this shit show.
Like anybody else, I don't deny that. But the way I try to mitigate it is at the beginning of the videos, I cover as much information as possible. I just try to report on it the best I can. And then at the end of the video, I give my opinion, my conclusion that I've come to. But I say, hey, this is my opinion. Feel free to agree or disagree. I don't mind. And also
your opinion's wrong, man. I was just talking to Katie about this earlier. This idea that like your opinion can't be wrong or opinions can't be wrong is such toxic bullshit that you were taught in like 2nd grade English class when you learned about the difference between facts and opinion. Shut the fuck up. Your opinion's wrong. You.
Do your homework. Research these things yourself. I constantly say that. One of the things I hope to facilitate.
I did my homework. Gay people aren't hurting anybody.
Get them interested in these things.
Imagine
to
that.
Research these things and to learn. And they're not going to learn if they just stop with my video. Certainly that's not the case. But here's the thing. He actually reached out to me on Discord. So when I read that he wanted to talk to me on his live stream and clear things up, and I thought,
hey, you're releasing DMs. Hey, you're leaking DMs, man. That's not cool. Not cool. Leaking DMs. I shouldn't have trusted that guy. That's fine. There's nothing revealing in here.
Well, there's no harm from that. Though after I agreed, I reread over the things and I found it kind of odd. I have some questions I'd love to ask you. I don't want to feel like your videos are being misrepresented or misconstrued by me. There are a couple of things that really rub me the wrong way. One being you obviously misrepresented me. There's no possible way anybody just watching the video would walk away the impression that I hate
didn't misrepresent you.
I want to prevent them from existing. You obviously misrepresented me there.
Everything in this video proves that everything I said in the first video is 100% correct.
There's nothing you could latch onto unless you made things up. There's nothing you could actually look at. And secondly, he's like, I have some questions I'd love to ask you. It's like, okay, wait, is this going to be that I go on his stream? Because I've seen this happen. I love debates personally. I'm a very opinionated person. I love listening to debates. But I've seen that there are streamers who are bigger. They have a person on, whether that be a guest, whether that be an individual YouTuber, or whether that be just a viewer. People like, for example, Gunter, they really like to throw their weight around, especially when they are the person who's live, because they can do that. And he...
Sorry, I need to grab a napkin. I'm sorry, 1 second. This guy's just making me so hungry. Sorry, I hope I'm not being disrespectful here. The last thing I would want to do with this guy.
He phrased it rather than simply talk things out, hear your viewpoint. He says, I have some questions to ask you. It's like, you're going to just frame this as a flat-out interrogation rather than...
Wait, he's talking about Hunter Avalon being like disingenuous? That, if anything, that guy's not disingenuous enough. Like, in all seriousness, Hunter Avalon, I think, is a little bit too nice to his debate opponents sometimes.
You have a real conversation with me? That really rubbed me the wrong way. And on top of that, initially after I said yes, but I have some conditions, he said sure. And then I asked that we would simply not insult each other. I think that's fair, right? And he said yes to the initial, I have conditions, but he never clarified or said, yes, I agree, we won't insult each other. He never said that. So it really rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh, so I had to literally confirm. Okay, so the reason that I missed out on a conversation with this guy is because I didn't confirm that I wouldn't hurt his little fee-fees. Okay, dude, you're a bitch anyway. Talking to you would have been a waste of time.
If I were to say something he disagreed with, it would simply be, I have a certain opinion, and then he would call me homophobic.
But I still believe it's immoral, okay? So that means that you think that people are going to hell for being gay, right? Right? So I'm sorry, that means you hate gay people. You hate them. You hate gay people, okay? You can say all you want that you don't, but you do.
transphobic, hateful, evil. Now
Yes.
for Alec, afterward I quickly
All of the
declined,
above.
and I was blunt. I pretty much said the exact same things I said here. And Alec in the DMs, he was nice. We didn't really have any beef in the DMs or anything like that. And I try heavily just with everybody, not to be two-faced.
I'm
If I
done
say
DMing
something,
you,
I
man.
actually
Thanks
mean
for
it.
the
I'm
video
going to say
content.
that thing behind your back, and I'm going to say it to your face. And look, I could easily be getting things wrong here. If anyone knows me, they know I can be kind of a paranoid person at times. I'm distrustful if you give me reason to be. People who actually want to understand the other person generally give them the benefit of the doubt. None of that was done in the video whatsoever. Instead of it just being another thing that I actually personally find very interesting, like I have tons of questions when it comes to sexuality. I find it extremely fascinating. These things go incredibly deep. I mean, it's not even just so much why you gay or why you straight. It's also like, hey, let's ask another fun, interesting question. Why do you like big boobs or why do you like small boobs? Why do you prefer butts over boobs, for example? It's an incredibly complex and fascinating thing in my opinion. You also don't have to think something is right or wrong to find it fascinating. I personally found it very
But you think it's wrong. But you think it's wrong. And you think it's fascinating because you think it's wrong. That's where it comes from. You're like, okay, here's my big brain move. I think that being gay is wrong. Therefore, I'm going to study what makes people be gay in the first place. Okay? And you can say that you're against like forcing people into conversion therapy, but if you think it's immoral, right? Let's really break this down. If you think that being gay is immoral, that probably means that you think gay people are going to hell. Or at the very least be punished for being gay, right? Because you believe in the big man in the sky. So what that means is you think that gay people are going to be punished somehow because you think being gay is wrong. Okay? So that's where this comes from. Why does he act like Armored Skeptic? Because he's an Armored Skeptic clone.
fascinating. Do I condone it? Do I think it's good? No. Do I hate these people? Is the purpose of my video some sort of
I don't hate them. I just think they should go to hell.
Christian propaganda to make people straight? No. I just also find it very interesting. And if you look at all the comments, for example, especially the ones that were angry at me, you'll find something interesting. Who are these people who are commenting? What's going on here? Oh, wait. Turns out even gay people find it interesting and want to understand these things. I don't blame them. So you can see that obviously the accusations made against me that I'm
This is such pussy bullshit, man. Just own your shit. You think that being gay is immoral and that gay people are going to hell, and that's why you studied this.
just a person who hates gay people. It is incredibly backwards and unintuitive. The only reason why he came with this mentality is because he was told by a viewer that I hate gay people.
My dude has done his research. Holy shit. How does he actually... Okay, is he actually homophobic? The person who linked this to me said, Remnant 7 said he has to be. He has to be. Wait, yo, it's real. It's real. I'm pogging, dude.
He's being blinded by his ideology. It's insane. And Alec, if you're watching this video, or just people in general, because
I
don't
want
even know
one.
if Alec's gonna
Where's
watch
your
this
merch
video,
store,
I
bud?
believe that if you're a streamer, if you're a
Give
person
me.
who makes YouTube videos, you have a responsibility, especially if you're going to be in politics and news, or any of those things, or psychology. You have a responsibility to really know what you're talking about. If I react to
Dude, I know what I'm talking about. You said that being gay is immoral. You said that. If anything, that's worse than saying you hate them, okay? I think it's worse. You know why? You can say you hate gay people for a number of reasons. Oh, gay people tend to lisp more, right? You're basing this off of stereotypes, of course, which is still shitty. Gay people tend to lisp, and I find that annoying. Gay people do behave this way or have that tendency, right? But at least you're not going to hell that way, man. You think they're going to hell, so f***
a
you.
video talking about why people are gay and I say it's wrong, I sure as hell best know what the answer is. I should know why people are actually gay rather than simply disagreeing with it because it doesn't sound right to me, which he obviously didn't in this video. He just said a lot of baseline
Gay people are
information
super
about
annoying,
epigenetics,
yeah.
and then he called it a day without actually going into detail about it. You're not establishing anything by doing that. And you should also watch these videos in advance before you criticize, attack, and slander
Wait, what?
people.
You just said to pre-watch, man. He said, hey, bro, did you pre today? Did you pre my video? No, I don't pre-watch.
Responsibility for the things you say, the videos you make. You need to take responsibility. And it's dangerous because guess what? A lot of the people who watched that video, they clearly did not watch it through. They just watch you say, this guy hates gay people, he's homophobic, he spreads
does, you
pseudoscience,"
do!
Then they call it a day, and now they see me that way when it's obviously not the case. I mean,
And if you don't hate gay people, your God sure as f does. I'm just saying, you may not, but you disagree with your God, if that's the case.
let's look at the comments, for example. Let's read through a couple of these. I'm a gay bottom. I'd wager I have very little testosterone. My ring finger is longer
Oh,
than my index.
damn.
Pseudoscience
Y'all are getting called out here. Uh-oh.
go burr. This comment
Those
is
are you
kind of
guys.
nuts to me because it got... I mean, let's look at the comments, for example. Let's read through a couple of these. I'm a
Shout out to Deska9985.
gay bottom, I'd wager I have very little testosterone. My ring finger is longer than my index. Pseudoscience go brr. This comment is kind of nuts to me because it got so many likes. Yet if the people who liked this comment and the person who actually made the comment paid attention to anything I said, they would know that what this guy is saying proves literally what I'm saying to be true. But when you're an adult, it becomes much more tricky and there is no direct way of measuring the testosterone. Your current levels are not going to reflect.
Are you saying that we gotta measure kids to their index fingers in order to figure out whether or not they're gay? It's like, when does this end, man? Like, that's really weird.
What they were in the womb. Studies have shown having a long ring finger
He interrupts and distracts his audience. Am I interrupting and distracting you guys? I mean, I probably am.
to an index finger is heavily correlated to testosterone exposure while you're in the womb. This is why women typically have shorter.
Why do you know this?
Like what he says literally proves what I said in my video to be true. But they don't even realize that because Alec keeps interrupting the video at vital segments. Like this is so damaging to the things I say that the people watching your reaction video can't even digest the information because you keep interrupting them with bits that aren't even funny. Like what's the joke behind this? You aren't smart enough to understand the things I'm saying or lack the ability to pay attention? What is the joke behind this, Alec? Tell me.
You gotta ask Dubsy for that one. Dubsy's the one who edited that one. And we'll probably edit this one too.
Where's the funny here? Like, here's the difference between our videos in terms of food. Your videos are lighthearted, they're not meant to be taken seriously, you're categorized under entertainment for a reason. So it's equivalent to a hot dog.
I categorized myself as that. That's my doing. I categorize myself as entertainment. I know that I'm an idiot. That's fine. I'm allowed to be stupid. I earned it. Okay, you didn't. You think that you're smart.
It's just something, hey, I watch it, I eat it, I don't really pay attention too much, it's fun. Mine is a steak though. You have to actually sit down.
Oh my
cut
God.
it, and digest
You
what
are
I'm
so
saying to
full of it,
understand
dude.
People can miss half of the things you're going to say, and it's not going to drastically affect the video.
Steak's overrated
but you actually
anyway.
have to concentrate on what I say, otherwise you're going to get a bit lost. Just like with all these people who liked this comment without knowing it actually supports the things I said. It hits extra hard to hear mutilation as an argument while I'm lying in bed recovering from top surgery right now. I've never been happier in my entire life.
Shout out to Leaf has ADHD.
When I see myself in the mirror now, and these f***s will never accept that. You don't need me to accept that. I never said you do, and I never pretended as if you did. I have no authority over you. I don't think that lifestyle will make you happy at the end of the day, though I would totally understand why.
You're wrong. You are demonstrably wrong. Okay? I pulled up studies that say you're wrong. What is this? One study found that the percentage of men with moderately severe to severe depressive symptoms dropped by almost 50% after 12 months of TRT. There are a number of conclusions you could draw from that.
Why you would believe it would right now. And I don't deny the data, which shows that it really does make people happy when they're going through it. The idea that high-pitched voices are linked to homosexuality.
Shout out Ken Schnabel 4726. Love you.
It was debunked in the 1980s. There are more straight men with high-pitched voices than there are gay men with high-pitched voices. Oh boy, don't tell this guy that there are more studies done after the 1980s. He seems to be having an issue. I don't know. Maybe Alec Gunter can help us with this.
But I don't care. Maybe they do. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Dude, who pulled this man out of the in 1987?
Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Alec. I couldn't have worded better myself. The problem is he is stuck in the past, and there have been a lot more studies done on this. And actually, just 2 weeks ago, ASAP Science, which has gay men in it, discussed why gay men have stereotypically higher-pitched voices and
because, again, if I have... Okay, so I don't have the data on this, but if I were forced at gunpoint to explain this, here's how I'd explain it. It's probably because of socialization. Yeah, queer coding.
And it is observed cross-culturally. They have also the links in their video, and it's a really good video. I highly recommend it. Anytime people argue that someone's environment determines their sexuality/gender identity, it screams that they aren't entirely straight.
But also sometimes people just have those types of voices. Like I've heard straight people with lisps, with high voices. I just don't care that much. I truly don't. And the fact that you do speaks volumes.
Or cis, but they're too scared to admit it. I'm not gay/trans, but society made me have those thoughts.
Okay, listen, you're not just born gay, okay? I think anybody with like a basic understanding of epigenetics and environmental influence can understand that.
Holy shit, Alec, are you hiding something from us? Your own viewers calling you out right there. It's just...
Anytime, mentally disabled videos. Anytime people argue that someone's environment determines their sexuality/gender identity, it just screams that they aren't entirely straight or cis, but they're too scared to admit that. I'm not gay/trans. Society have made me have those thoughts. No, you misunderstood that comment. That was a comment against you, man. That's an argument against you. Because this person might recognize that your environment can have an influence on whether or not you're gay or trans. And if you recognize that, then you might be scared that somebody might gay or trans you. You know? Like that's a legitimate fear that some people have. Probably.
It's so stupid because even Alex says this. Also, the whole idea that because you're interested in these things, it makes you gay. It's an absurd argument. If I'm fascinated and I love cats, for example, does that make me a zoophile or myself a cat? Absolutely not. And other comments brought up the armored skeptic aspect, the look I have. Now that is honestly...
Oh no, he's addressing the armored skeptic ripoff allegations. Ripoff of armor skeptic, yeah.
Aspect, the look I have. Now that is honestly an extremely tragic coincidence. I am not even joking. So the first time I found this out was actually from a comment on my communist video.
Honestly, I believe him. I believe that two different people who have very, probably similar worldviews would come to the same conclusion on how they should look.
He said I copied the armored skeptic. I looked at the video and it's like, holy shit, that is literally me. But it's so sad because I'm going to be honest, because in terms of the videos and how I make them, I really learn from other people I watch. For example, the Tail Foundry. For people who watch my older videos, I try to have these little characters. They move around and they convey my points. I blatantly stole that from the Tail Foundry. Yet I'm an individual. I'm one man who only works on these things in his evenings. I have very limited time to make these videos. So I tried to steal and create a Walmart version of the Tail Foundry in terms of the videos I make. And as time went on, I changed my video style. I kind of abandoned the whole concept of it entirely.
I really don't care
but
that
it was
much
really
about this.
I really tried to be a but in the political niche. If I could go back
Sorry,
in
I'm in a
time, I
hurry,
would have
man.
scrapped this way before my time even. I probably was like really old political streamers. So yeah, that's the one at that. And if I hit like 10,000 subscribers or sometime in the future I have more time, I'm probably going to change the design. I'm going to keep my helmet, but I'm probably going to put on like a tan lawn coat or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But going back to Alec, if you're going to continue making videos,
The
I would
interesting person.
strongly suggest that you watch the people's videos in advance.
I
Because
did.
guess what?
No,
I
in
understand
advance.
why
No, that's pre-watching. I don't pre-videos, man. I don't pre.
probably did the things you did. If you're a streamer and you just blatantly watch the entire video, start to finish, and you don't add things, that makes you liable for being copyright striked. Which is why I would suggest, in your situation, it would be really wise of you to either not really draw any conclusions, not to insult people, really to try and understand and hear them
You dumb, stupid, dumb, and a stupid dumbhead, dummy.
out first, or to watch their video in advance. You gotta be generous with your interpretation of what
Hasn't
they're
he insulted you a dozen times? Probably.
trying to say, what they mean behind the things they're saying, or just watch it beforehand. And if that's too much for you, you probably shouldn't be in the political and news niche. It'd probably be better for you to just stick to playing video games or something,
Yo, come on, this is a fundraiser stream. Come on, man.
or reacting to TikTok memes. I'm serious here, because you are responsible for your actions and what happens as a result of them. And that's all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it.
It was great. Oh, wait,
Mention
what?
on here is I'm open to video editing work. If you
Oh,
enjoy
nice. Sorry, I've learned my lesson. You know what? Actually, don't give it. Don't comment. Nobody comment. Don't go to the video. Don't give it any engagement. Don't bother. Do not give it engagement. I don't care. That was fun. That was really fun. I still believe that he hates gay people, and he can say that it's not hating. I just think it's immoral. Yeah, you hate gay people, dude. You think they're going to hell? All right. If nothing else, you believe that your God is sending gay people to hell. If that's not hatred, I don't know what is. Because you love your God. And if your God is sending people to hell and you still love him, then you must hate the people going to hell. I don't know how else I can interpret that, all right? Yeah, never tap the glass. He's not worth the time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more, hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload. If you enjoy my content, you enjoy what I do, I really appreciate any financial help that I can get. Go to youtube.com/AlecGunterTTV/join. You got some awesome benefits, such as seeing early videos, awesome emotes that you can use in the comments of YouTube videos, and a sweet badge next to your name. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'd really appreciate if you join. It is cheaper than the cost of a blowjob from your mom. So with all that being said, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.